relief to get that one and finally get your break? Is it like, whew, it's got to be a good way to go into the break.
It really is. I mean, that had a playoff atmosphere to it in the sense that, number one, we're playing in a building that had a great crowd, was loud. We had to play through some tough calls. When you have to fight all that on the road, it starts, feeling more like what big time games will feel like later on. And I thought we did a good job, given all the circumstances, of kind of fighting through it. And at the end of the game, when we needed stops, we got stops. And I think that's a bonding thing for a team going in the break, that you played against a good team and you could get defensive stops when you most needed it at the end.
Is it just good for the psyche in general?
Yes. I mean, it's a miserable month if you lose that last game before the break. I've been there before, and it's a long month. And, players can go and get some rest and feel good about it. It sends Tina and Ariel off in a good way. It gives us some things that we can put on film to come back and work on, as we go through this 3-week period that we'll be practicing. And so, there's a lot of good that came out of this game.
And that's what I was going to say. You touched on Tina real quick, but 34-7, 34-17. I mean, what can you say about that? And
I think she should have been shooting a free throw at the end of regulation to win the game, because that should have been an and one. That's what she'll tell you. Yeah, I mean, she's just, she's playing great. She got it in a variety of ways. I mean, she made 3 threes, she got inside, she had offensive rebound scoring. And, for us, against a team with that much size, to end up with 44 points in the paint, that's pretty far above our average. So there's a lot of that. And she's the main reason that we were able to get inside.
For Tina and Megan, they both did really well on the offensive boards tonight. 5 for Tina, 4 for Megan. Was that a point of emphasis, or is that just two players being in the right spot at the right time and doing the little
I think
things?
That's two players who are just naturally good offensive rebounders. One of the things we told our team today is that you have to get back against their fast break. But, because Tina was going to guard Candace tonight, and Candace likes to hang out and be the point guard a lot of times, you have opportunities. She's not going to run out early and leak out on you. You're going to have some opportunities to get to the offensive boards. With Megan, that's just a natural thing. She's always been a good offensive rebounder. It's her instinct. She runs in every time. And, if you don't block her out, she's going to get a, good opportunity to get them. And they were good possessions for us.
I mean, just for the psyche to break that losing streak and to go into the break, on a high note and, getting back on the right track, just from a mentality kind of standpoint.
Oh, it means everything. To come off this break feeling good about ourselves, knowing that we could grind out wins. I mean, to me, Natasha Cloud is just a big difference maker. That's something that I try to always preach to her about, her going downhill, how she attacks, how she draws in defense, how she's able to find people. But this was just a collective win. Even Teresa Plaisance, just her sacrificing her body that late. Everybody had a role in this. Everyone had a hand in this. Shavante Zealous, just being disruptive when she comes off the bench, So it's a great win that everyone was involved in this. And Megan as well, just getting on the boards, boxing out, being aggressive with Stephanie Dolson. Again, every single person on this team had a hand in this.
The end of regulation, that offensive rebound putback?
Yeah, it's just, I like to pride myself on, I didn't want to lose the game. I like to pride myself. I think all game I was very assertive, just finding my spots and just being where the ball. I mean, I just got to thank the basketball gods, I actually thought it was an and one after I saw the review, but I'm just glad that the ball went in and I was able to rebound and put it up.
What's it like being in those little little battles within the matchups? And I know that, like you said, there's trash talk. There was a point in the game, it was obvious to us that you two were kind of toying with each other a little bit. What's it like with that, just in the heat of a matchup, having those individual battles?
I don't know. I can't say that I'm, specifically trying to go at her. I think it's selfish to the other 4 players that are on the court. I think we just take pride in making one another better. I think she knows that I want to have her best out there. I'm sure she wants to have my best. But, you know, for her to still be able to do what she's able to do in this part of her career and get everyone involved, you know, it just shows how special of a player that she is. You know, the Candace Parker that I knew coming out, you know, it's not as aggressive. It's not the same, but it's a different type of basketball that you still have to respect. And that's something that I admire about her game. She's still transitioning and playing her game and not looking at how long she's been in the game or anything, but it's always competitive with her. So I'm very thankful to be a part of these duels, I guess.
On the court, what was going through your head on that last play there?
Yeah, I was open, and I was honestly like, all we need is a 2 to like play, but I was open at the 3, so I was like, I'm taking it. Shot it, and it came right off the backboard just enough for Tita to get it. But she had to go get that rebound. It was 2 players on her, and I think she honestly got fouled on it. But you know, you can't call that in the game as a ref. That would have been a tough call to make. So I'm really thankful for her. I mean, she played 42 minutes. 34 and 17. Like, what? That's crazy. But yeah, shouts to her for getting that assist. I hope that goes on my assist thing there.
And Tina mentioned that it was kind of a full circle moment getting to play with you now after you guys were swapped in the same deal that brought her here. Have you guys talked about that at all, or has that run through your head?
We actually haven't. That's actually funny that she said that. I never even really thought about it. I mean, I'm just blessed to share the court with a Hall of Famer. I'm blessed. I'm super happy to be back on the court with Tosh and Ariel as well. Like, you know, DC drafted me, so this feels like home. I went to college right up the street, so I mean, it just feels like home. I'm happy and super blessed to be here.